gentlemen. My presentation concerns my attempt to find the phantom borders in Croatia, and I used the case study of the Primorje Gorski Kotar county, which is located in western Croatia. So the presentation outline is that initially I will say something as an introduction. Secondly, I will analyze the historical borders in the area, followed by the electoral results analysis in the period between 2010 and 2015, and eventually I will conclude. So this county has a territory of 3,588 square kilometers. Its population is, according to the census of 2011, 296,000 inhabitants. This is its location, and as you can see, it also includes islands as well as the mainland area. Now, in 1867, in the period of the Austro-Hungarian settlement, the divisions of the area were the following. Most of the mainland area was part of Kingdom of Croatia Slavonia, which was part of the lands of the Crown of St. Stephen, along with Kingdom of Hungary and the city of Rijeka, or officially in Hungarian it was called Fiume. And so it was the Corpus Separatum, a separate body which was incorporated into the lands of the Crown of St. Stephen. The Kingdom of Dalmatia, which included the Rab Island, which is nowadays part of this county, was part of the Austrian Empire, while the Margraviate of Istria was also one of the Austrian crown lands. So in Croatia Slavonia, this land mass, which is nowadays the biggest part of the Primorje Gorski Kotar county, formed a part of Rijeka-Modruš county. So basically, the western half is nowadays part of Primorje Gorski Kotar county, while the eastern part is included in another county, the Karlovac county. And despite the fact that this county did not include the city of Rijeka, which is, as I said, the Corpus Separatum, it was basically named Rijeka-Modruš county. So here we have the Croatian name, Županija Riječko-Modruška. Nowadays, the county of Primorje Gorski Kotar is basically following the traditions of this county, which was part of Croatia Slavonia. So this was the coat of arms during the period of until 1918, and modern day coat of arms is basically following the same template. So we can see that both of these coat of arms have the Croatian checkerboard. This anchor is replaced by this little town, and the ship in the lower part of the coat of arms used to have Hungarian colors, and nowadays it flies Croatian colors. So regarding these areas which were historically divided into various units, the part of the Kingdom of Dalmatia, which is nowadays included into Primorje Gorski Kotar county, is the island of Rab, so which is divided into the municipality of Lopar, and the rest is under the municipality of Rab. All in all, in the county there are 36 municipalities. 14 of them have a status of a city, while 22 are just called municipalities. Austria and Istria included the islands of Krk, Cres, Lošinj, and this part of the mainland, which is nowadays called Livornia, and this part here does not have such a strong regional identity. This is the border during the period when Kingdom of Italy ruled the area. In fact, I use the year 1924 because only then the city of Rijeka was finally annexed to the Kingdom of Italy, while in the period between 1918 and 1924 it enjoyed the status of, so in the period 1920-1924, officially it had the status of free state. However, in fact, it was run by Italian authorities. Unfortunately, despite the fact that the case of Rijeka would be very interesting, nowadays the city of Rijeka includes not only the Rijeka of Corpus Separatum in this free state, but also the city of Sušak, which was part of Croatia, Slavonia, and also parts of Austria and Istria. And since I'm analyzing on the municipal level, I could not enter more deeply into the question of Rijeka. This is the map of the Italian provinces. So the province of Carnaro, with the city in Rijeka, is marked in red, and the province of Istria, also known as province of Kola in Italian, including the others of Ces and Washington. So, during the Second World War, the area in vicinity to the east of Rijeka was annexed by the Kingdom of Italy, so it included this part of Gorski Kotar, island of Krk, and island of Rab. In 1943, this area was included into the Operation Zone Adriatic Coastline, or in German Adriatisches Küstenland, while the island of Rab was handed over to the independent state of Croatia. Now, I will start the electoral analysis with the analysis of the results of the European Union membership referendum, which was held on the 22nd of January 2012. Now, here we can see that the area which voted with most of the vote, with more than 80%, was the municipality of Čabar. It is in the region called Gorski Kotar, and there are also some municipalities with relatively high support for the European Union. On the other hand, there is this area called Liburnia, also with relatively high support. The only municipality which voted against the European Union membership was the municipality of Lopar on the island of Rab. And generally, I can conclude that the island of Rab basically gives or shows many similarities with the voting behavior in the rest of Dalmatia, in the Dalmatian counties, which were the most, although they voted for the European Union, they had the lowest support for the accession. Now, this European Union membership referendum was held under a changed law, where the previously restrictive stipulations about the referendums were removed in order for this referendum to succeed. So basically, because of the change of law, after Croatia entered the European Union, a citizens' initiative organized, so they collected more than 700,000 signatures in a voters' body of 3.5 million voters for a next referendum, and that is the constitutional referendum on marriage as union between a man and a woman. And so this question, whether this formulation of marriage should be included into the constitution, was asked on the 1st of December of 2013. Now we can see that the areas which were voting relatively similar regarding the question of the accession to the European Union. So, for example, this part and this part have radically different outcomes. So you can see that the blue area basically voted against this proposition, while the areas marked in yellow, pink, red, and orange voted for. So again, there's a question: is there a phantom border here or not? So basically, after seeing all the maps, I'll draw some conclusions, and of course, I would be happy if you could offer your thoughts on it. Do you see the phantom borders or not? Now, I decided to make one exception, and because I thought maybe this part here reflects the situation in the rest of the Istrian Peninsula, because this is part of the peninsula which is not part of the Istrian County. However, the results were that a again, in the neighboring Istrian municipalities, there was no such behavior like in this area called Livorno. Now, regarding the votes for the regionalist parties, this area has strong support for basically the Istrian regionalist party, IDS, and its president, former president, was an independent candidate on the European Parliament elections, which were held in 2013 in Croatia, because the mandate of that European Parliament started earlier. However, Croatia only became a member in 2013, and so there were European Parliament elections. Now, one would think that this high support for such a party was the result of developed regional consciousness that Björnlöfkirk is part of Istria. However, it seems that the answer is that there was a candidate on the list from this municipality, and that's why it got such a high percentage of the vote. So this county, Primorje-Gorski Kotar, is also interesting because it has basically three regional movements. One would be this Istrian movement in the area called Livorno. Secondly, there is a party called Primorsko-Goranski Savez, meaning Primorje-Gorski Kotar Alliance. And on the county assembly elections of 2013, now they did not have their independent list for the European Parliament elections. So on the county assembly elections, obviously they were very popular on the island of Krk. However, again, the situation is that the mayor of the city of Krk, and that municipality is Martin Red, was, or indeed is the president of this party, so it might explain this electoral success. And also there is a question about the roots of this regionalism based on the county, since the county was established only in 1992 and the whole area was united under the same law only in 1947, after basically a millennium of having different parts in different administrative units. Also, we can see that parts of this area don't have any kind of support for this regionalism. That would be the island of Rab and eastern parts of this Gorski Kotar area. Now, in the European Parliament elections of 2013, most of the vote in the county was taken by the Social Democratic Party. So this party is a member of the Party of the European Socialists. And so again, there are some patterns, like very strong support for them in the area around the city of Rijeka. And here we could see a sort of phantom border between the Austrian Istria and Croatia-Slavonia. But also we can see also different exceptions to the rule that the West would be more prone to Social Democratic Party, unlike the East. Now the main competition for so the same party on the repeated elections of 2014, when there was a regular cycle of the elections for the European Parliament, got basically pretty much less of the vote than in the previous cycle, which is connected with the general decline of the votes for the left of the center parties in Croatia, and also the rise of their main competition from the center-right, that is Croatian Democratic Union, so acronym is HDZ, which is a member of the European People's Party. So you can see that again, the eastern part, the western part of the county is not so keen on voting for them, but they have relatively strong support in the eastern parts. And here there is, again, a problem with this phantom border because it doesn't comply with the expectation he tried to be re-elected. What happened? There was a huge decline in his vote, and he basically lost the elections, although he got elections in this particular county because the city of Rijeka is basically having about half of the population of the entire county. Now, one of the reasons for this decline was the fact that his country candidate, so the new president of Croatia, came from this municipality, and so it reflected in this huge swing in this area here. But generally, there is a decline, and this map here shows what? The development of support for the candidate Josipovic, so who was the president of Croatia, and he retained most of the support. About 90% of the people who voted for him in 2010 repeated their vote in this area here. He lost hugely here because there was a local candidate from here. So again, a pattern is a little bit questionable. So we'll see what to conclude. The conclusions are: the phantom borders exist on some sectors, such as the old Dalmatian border, that is Arnold-Frab, also in Liburnia. Also, the islands of Krk and Cres and Lošinj could be seen as separate units in their voting behavior. However, there are some problems in deriving the conclusions. First of all, the demographic changes. Huge numbers of people migrated from the area during the middle of the 20th century because of the changes of the state borders, like for example the Italian population of the city of Rijeka. Then a lot of people came from the other areas and so on. It would influence their voting behavior because they are not connected to the old traditions of the local area. And secondly, there's this question of blurred borders, where one would expect clear phantom borders. So this is the area of Liburnia I was always talking about, and it has a special dialect of its own. This is